We're on record. Good morning. We're going to call the 8:15 compliance calendar. First, we have Jennifer Spears on Zoom. Ms. Spears, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
How is everything going with yourself?
Good, thank you.
The docket entry I note says that we maybe have an issue with alcohol treatment. What, if anything, is going on with there? The last thing we get from them, from social treatment opportunity, the STOP program, basically. February 20th, non-compliant, unknown. What's going on?
I switched from the Tacoma location to the Puyallup location since I moved there, and my intake appointment is August 6th.
You do have an endpoint August 6th.
Yes, that is correct.
Well, that's Mr. Dilly, any input on the matter? Looks like Ms. Spears dropped out of the STOP program back in February, but has moved to Puyallup and now has her intake appointment with their local agency on August 6th.
Okay. Yeah, they couldn't get me in any sooner. I tried.
That, well, with the world we now live in, that's very much the case. Why don't we do this? Let's reschedule you for the first court date in September. Give you a little time to get started with them. Now let's have something on file from them by your next court appearance, okay?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
I'd like to know how you're doing. Life is going well, otherwise I trust.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
That's that I'm glad to hear. Well, this is just one of these hoops you have to jump through, given the offense, and once you get through that, you'll be good. And
absolutely,
helping to make sure that we don't have any continuing issue or any new offenses.
You got it.
Next hearing will be September 2nd, and we'll be sending you a copy of the order. That'll have the how to sign in on Zoom on it, and that'll have the court time on it.
Okay, perfect.
Ms. Spears, I'm going to wish you the best of luck. You live in Puyallup now?
I do, yes.
You like it up there any better?
Better than Tacoma, yes.
Okay, hey, good. We'll talk to you on September 2nd, and thank you for checking in, and you have a great day, okay?
Thank you, you too.
I will. Sir, you're appearing in person. Could you identify yourself? Go ahead and have a seat at the table there, and if you would identify yourself by name for the record, last name first.
Tuttle, John.
Mr. Tuttle, good morning. Again, this appears to be a treatment issue. How's everything going with yourself?
I need a continuance on that. I kind of got myself in some more trouble.
I'm sorry to hear that. You have a new court appearance scheduled?
It's in Lacey and Thurston County Sheriff, and I'm working that one up too now. I was really close to my 2-year mark too. But I do have an appointment for the eval today, and I'm going to start treatment as soon as possible after that.
That's I'm looking at a note we got from Kelly McIntosh. She's, you know who she is. She's with Thurston County. She's the pretrial service lady.
Okay.
Kelly McIntosh, you remember her?
I do not.
Yeah, it indicated you were assault 3, DUI, hit and run, unattended on June 26th. And that is still, you have a court date with that?
Yeah, I have one in about a half hour.
In when?
I have 1.5 hours.
Well, we better give you things move quite slowly in district court up there, I know. Let's give you another court date of Mr. Dilly's September 2nd. It looks like, I assume you have a copy of Kelly's.
I do.
sounds like, Mr. Tuttle has a, bigger problem elsewhere than with here. Any problem with setting that over till September? Let's set you over till, September, 2nd. That's our first court date then, and,
So how do I go about figuring out what I do now?
what I would do as far as we're concerned is abide by the terms and conditions of our agreement. And that was the issue. The only issue we have now is the treatment one is get back for your own good,
Yeah, I'm
For your own
looking at
good,
myself as a problem now, so.
It's appearing that maybe it's starting to dawn on you that alcohol is not your best friend.
Yeah, it
So,
dawned on me, and I do not want to ever do that again. It's a mistake. I'm embarrassed and ashamed.
And that's, I don't, of course, have any control over anything that goes on in district court up there. I'm just going to wish you the best of luck with that. We'll take another look at your case here on September 2nd.
Okay.
I'm going to sign an order setting that. I'm actually looking at the order on the screen here, and I'm not very computer savvy, so it takes me a little
you're
longer.
good. Neither am I, but
Longer than usual. Now, if you want, you can go to the front desk and get a copy of this order, which I just signed. It can be printed there, and you can get a copy of it. Mr. Tuttle, I'm going to wish you the best of luck. This certainly isn't good news, but you're in a situation that is salvageable.
yeah,
You know what you need to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to get hit over the head more than once before our attention is gotten. That's certainly been the case with me and most of the people I know.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping you
I'm taking
address this as seriously as you can. And the most important thing to do is get back involved with any treatment that's mandatory. And the treatment agency, of course, they need to know, that there's been a relapse or a new offense, and they're used to that. They deal with that. But good luck to you. Take it easy. You have a great day, and good luck in Thurston County District.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah. You too.
I shall.
That's all for 8:15.
Boy.
On record?
Back on record for the 8:15 calendar. The first non-appearance I have, it's now 8:40. We're 25 minutes into the calendar. Megan Canfield, she had an SOC ending. Well, tomorrow. And tomorrow with 250 owing, the third charge.
Well, city, let's set this for a revocation hearing, and why don't we issue a bond amount of 5,000 cash or bond, cash or bond.
Sorted. And next is Alan Elliser. It looks like there's already a warrant in the system for him. So I simply leave the warrant in place. And the next one would be the Joseph Thornton case. I guess that's a request for a lifting of the no contact order, but nobody's appeared on that, so stricken. And last would be Jenna White, who is now in compliance, so I think to strike the hearing.
Yeah.
We've got the compliance report on her, and that concludes that. We'll go to the 8:50. Once Mr. Haverco, I think he has kind of a full plate this morning, although only 2 cases or 2 individuals. It may take a while.
Okay. Record. I've asked them to.
Good morning, Mr. Haverco. Good morning to you. If you're on, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, Judge?
You certainly can. I can't see a picture, but I'm hearing you just fine, and that's good enough for me.
You know what? I can change that. Let's see. I have to promote them to a panelist. After, if he accepts that then we should be able to see their video
It doesn't matter.
as long as,
If he's ready, looks like.
there we go.
Good morning. I now have video as well as audio. How are you?
He's asking how you are.
I'm doing good, Judge. I think the officers are gonna go get Ms. Hauk first.
Perfect.
So they're going to get her.
We will await her arrival.
Josh is gone today, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's one case that was,
Shane,
scheduled in error, so we need to reset it.
It was nice. And I did it with she's having as well, but she'll come in.
We're recording stuff here. Kicker.
Call the matter of Yelm versus Jennifer Jenkins in warrant status. Failure to appear at a revocation hearing back in 18. It looks like there's community service hours or money that's due, and
I think we've got a real easy resolution is why don't we just enter a finding of guilt for violating of the agreement and close the case.
Okay, Judge, we're ready on Ms. Hauk.
okay, if you'd stand by just a minute, we're dealing.
No problemo.
Stand by. If you go back on mute, Mr. Haverco. I'm dealing with a very brief matter here. then we'll be back to you. Ms. Jenkins, the city has said based on the alcohol, just move it to a conviction, no fine, no jail time, no nothing, just change the status of the case. If you're not in your head, if you indicate for the record verbally that that's agreeable to you, that's what, could you step forward to the microphone? You'd be entitled to a hearing on the matter if you wish. We can reset it, but that's the city's, you're shaking your head.
I agree.
Done. Then it will go on your record based on the my review of the police reports as a conviction for one count of use / possession of a drug paraphernalia, and that will conclude. I'm not going to impose any jail time, suspended or otherwise, or any fine. That just simply
Thank you.
wipes the slate clean.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
You can pick up a copy up front if you'd like.
so much. Have a good day, guys.
If you refresh, I did an order on review of revocation. You can.
Back to the,
Yeah, I just added it.
all right, dang it, let's save, and then let's go back to the dashboard for a minute. And she is right here.
I guess let me-
Thanks, Sam, exclamation mark in my new line. I did not see
It's Megan
parcel
Hartfield.
number deeded to the trust, period.
Did it come up on your end?
It did, I'm looking at it
Okay.
now. I'm seeing, do we have to check any boxes here?
I was looking, I don't think so. This is, I think, the first time I've done one for a convert to guilty. But I checked the box that the defendant was convicted and for the reasons.
Just convicted, and that's all.
Yeah, and then it just says that.
Okay.
I just put in the other box, guilty plea entered, closed case.
Save, close. Go ahead and back to Kimberly
Yes.
in the jail. Well, we'll come back to Yelm versus Kimberly Hoke. Mr. Aberco,
Hello, Kimberly.
also present telephonically and on Zoom are Ms. Hoke's mother and a sister, and they also want to be heard prior to disposition in this matter or before the matter closes. I'll turn to you. The matter's at pretrial status at this time. I'll turn to you for the status of the case.
So thanks, Judge. I've had an opportunity to meet with Ms. Hauk. She's got a couple of cases on today for pretrial hearing. A total of 4 charges. She's going to enter a straight plea of guilty to 2 of the charges. The lone criminal trespass first case, and then on the other case with 3 counts. I think there's a theft, a trespass, and a paraphernalia charge. She's going to plead to the theft on that case. And then as part of the agreement, upon the court's acceptance of those pleas, then the city will move to dismiss the other 2 counts on the case with 3 charges. And the recommendation is it's going to be time served, the balance of 365 on 2 counts, suspended for 12 months on the condition that there's no criminal law, no new criminal law violations. And the city was going to ask for a $125 probation fee on both cause numbers for a total of $250.
Ms. Howe, good morning. For the record, is your name Kimberly Dawn Howe?
Yep, that's me.
Do you disagree at all with anything Mr. Haverco just said?
No,
I'm looking online at the plea of guilty to 2 counts. One is theft in the 3rd degree. The other one is criminal trespass in the 1st degree.
yes,
Both of those charges are gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction for each would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. Now, regardless of what's recommended, I would be free to impose that if I accepted the plea. You realize that?
yes, I do.
If I accept the plea, you give up the rights contained in paragraph 5. There's no trial, no appeal, simply a sentencing, and that would conclude the matter.
Yeah,
With that in mind, with regard to one count of theft in the third degree alleged to have occurred within the city of Yelm on December 10th, 2020, and one count of criminal trespass first degree alleged to have occurred within the city of Yelm on January 12th, 2021, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
You make those pleas of your own free will.
Yes.
Anybody make any threats or promises to you to make you plead guilty?
No.
I will find your pleas to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily made, and your statement in paragraph 11 does satisfy the factual elements. Mr. Averco, anything to add to the recommended sentence?
No, Judge, it's a reasonable recommendation. She's been held in custody for a bit. Just would ask that she get appropriate credit. That's a great recommendation. I would ask the court to follow it.
Ms. Elka, you have the right to tell me anything you wish, anything you think I should know. You don't have to say anything, but if you do want to tell me anything, now would be the time.
Just that I'm really working at changing my ways. It's being in here and being sober for 30 days has been a help to me to get my mind clear enough to move forward in my life. And I'm starting a program. I'm supposed to be going into treatment on my own will. That's my own choice. I'm just supposed to start. The bed opens August 13th at the Northwest Resource Indian Center. And I'm really sorry. Just not much more I can say.
Ma'am, if you would like to address the court, now would be the time. You may need to unmute yourself, but I'll listen to anything you have to say. Not hearing any.
Can you hear me?
Certainly can now. Yes. Good.
Okay.
Identify yourself by name for the record.
Yes, my name is Crystal Durant, and I'm Kimberly Helk's sister. So I would like to say, over the past several years, I've watched Kim's life spiral out of control. We've tried, my mom loves her to pieces and has tried to have love, with love to fix things, money, rehab attempts, and have not been enough. She hasn't wanted to go. We've prayed for her. We've for her kids, for her individually, for her family. And we just really want her to get the help she needs for her and for her daughters before, her choices have just been really, really detrimental to her and to her kids. And we are hopeful that that you'll be the answer to our prayers for the direction to help her that she needs to be clean, to get her mind straight. And we just worry that the 30 days isn't enough to get her to where she needs to be. And but we also realize that you know what she needs, but we just really are hopeful and prayerful that her life can get back on track. And so that's all we really wanted to say today, is that that we are mindful of what's happening, but we really want her to be able to be clean.
Does your mother have anything to add?
I think she said it as perfectly as sorry as my daughter could. I'm just worried for my daughter. I want her to be well, and she's been incarcerated for the 20 whatever from the 1st of this month to now. And I feel she's recovering, but she has so many issues that she has to address, and she's trying, like she said, I'm not to get into rehab and the things she needs to do. And I just beg the court to help her find a way forward. And that's it.
Mr. Dilly, anything to add?
No, Your Honor.
So good morning, once again to you. I don't like to keep people in jail. I don't like to do that, but after having heard your promise to appear 6 different times and a failure to appear 6 different times, even after posting quite a bit of bail, I felt I didn't have any choice but to keep you in custody to get a resolution of these matters or to move forward in some way. The recommended sentence is one I'm going to follow. I'm simply going to ask you to keep this in mind. Maybe the time you've spent in since July 1st is not enough detox time. Maybe it should be 30 days, maybe it should be 60 days. What I'm going to do is impose 364 days on each charge. That's 2 days short of 2 years. That gives me plenty of detox time. Agreed?
You want me to,
I will give you credit for time served. You've been in jail a number of times on these charges. Exactly how much? Did you have a question there? You looked away for a moment.
I was asking my lawyer, are you saying, so I have a bed opening on August. I'm not Mormon, my family's Mormon, and I understand 100% where they're coming from. I just don't choose to live my life the way they do, but I have been on a path of trying to get my life in order for a while, and I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes, trust me. I know that. And I understand their worry, but I also have not, I'm doing what what I can do as best as I can. And I've done chemical evaluations and the mental evaluations that were asked by the court to do on my own. I haven't done that. It's been it's been very difficult to go through all this. I mean, when someone takes your kids, you don't understand how it affects you. And I understand where they're coming from as my family. But I feel like they eventually are coming at me very, very harshly because of my ex-fiance, and I think that, and I understand where their hatred comes from that too, and I understand that they are Mormon and that they live their life very strictly and very different than I do, and I respect that. I love my mom dearly. I love my sister dearly, and it hurts me that they even can think that I've been sober 4 years up until 2.5 years ago. And I went to put myself into treatment before too. And so it wasn't my mother that suggested me to go to treatment. I did it on my own. I stayed sober for 3 years after that. And I fell out. I mean, I understand I understand where they're coming from as my family. I do. But I do also want to see my children, and the only thing keeping me right now from seeing my children is going to treatment, and I've got myself into a treatment center that is opening August 13th, and I feel like my mother's scared because she illegally kicked me out of, cleaned my house up, through all my things while I was here in jail without warning me or evicting me or asking me to leave my home. So I think that that's the big reason they're really fighting this right now. So, because they know that my mom's a wealthy person, and they think I'm going to be vengeful or something, which I'm not. I've never been. I'm very forgiving and I was loving to my family. I don't feel like I've done anything that would deserve them to come at me this way, but I'm trying to be open-minded to everything, and I'm really have tried to learn from my lessons, and I just am really, I'm maybe not understanding what you're saying. I hope that it's not meaning that I'm trying to just take this all in and take in stride, and that.
All I'm saying is you do have a family that cares a great deal about you. However, anything you do, you have to do for yourself. not for
Yes.
anybody else. You do it for yourself. Now, if you don't, I fear for you. Your arrest this last time, you were picked up on a warrant, and it's apparent to me from that the allegation is that had nothing to do with you being picked up, that you were huffing a substance that
Yeah,
will kill you.
I was.
Now, I would just as soon not read your name in the death notices in any newspaper. I've done that way too many times over way too many years regarding people I've represented,
Yeah.
people I've prosecuted, people I've judged. I don't want to read your name. You do this for yourself. All I'm saying is you're going to get credit for any time you've served. You've served more than I can add up right now.
Mhm.
But if it comes to it, what's left of 2 days short of 2 years that's detox time I can impose, and I will if that's
Okay.
right. And that's the conditions of the suspended time are law-abiding behavior and no consumption of non-prescribed drugs.
Yes.
That's it. Mr. Dilly, any questions?
I don't have anything further, Your Honor.
Mr. Haverko, any questions?
No questions, Judge.
That'll conclude the matter. I'll sign the judgment and sentence upon presentation, which will be in a moment, and that concludes this hearing.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best of luck. You take care of
Thank you,
yourself.
Your Honor.
Do you, can I talk to you?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. What is going to happen now? What will happen with Kim now?
She will, upon receipt by the jail of the judgment and sentence form, unless she has a hold on her from some other court, she'll be released.
Okay. And, let me see. Any other questions?
So she'll be released today.
Released today, yeah. Okay. I appreciate, your time, and I appreciate what you said to her. I hope it will help her.
All we can do is hope. I hope as well. I hope as well. I thank you for appearing.
Okay.
And for the record, the criminal trespass first degree charge and the use, delivery of paraphernalia charge contained in citation number ending 3322 are for the record dismissed.
Morning, Judge.
Mr. Haverko, good morning.
I wanted to address the case numbers associated with Jesse Thompson.
Certainly.
I've been informed by jail staff, he refuses to come to court. I could go attempt to talk to him. They did ask him, I was advised by by staff. They asked him, they said, well, would you like to, talk to your lawyer? And he says, F that, F you. I don't want to go to effing, kind of thing. And so I'm not sure what to do in this situation. So I thought I'd advise Your Honor and in an attempt to get some direction.
Hey, Mr. Dill, you have any input? Mr. Thompson is apparently refusing to attend court. I don't know that we have any option but to reset the matter for 2 weeks and see how things are then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Haverko, I don't see any alternative but to reschedule the matter for 2 weeks down the road. If necessary, I'll send the jail an amended commitment order, and we'll try again.
Okay.
What else we can do?
All right.
Thank you, and we'll see you in a few.
Okay. Thanks, Judge.
As to who you want to call.
to you. Who do you want?
Okay, let's see, we can go ahead with Garrison, docket number 2, that's with Attorney Crow. Just go in order.
Mr. Crow, good morning. We'll address your matters at this time.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dan Crow on behalf of Lori Garrison. It looks like that Mr. Dilly and I and Ms. Garrison have managed to sort out a resolution in this case. We have placed in the O Court file a stipulation and continuance for 12 months that will result in a dismissal, $250 in conviction fees, and the defendant, Ms. Garrison, is to obviously have law-abiding behavior and appear at any and all hearings that are set by the court, as well as abiding by any trespass warnings. Ms. Garrison is present here in my office with me, and I've gone over the documents with her. She understands the rights that she's giving up.
Good morning, Mr. Garrison. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. Can you?
The agreement arranged between Mr. Crow and Mr. Dilly regarding your matter, have you gone over that with your attorney?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. Thank you. I understand.
Can you answer any questions you might have had about the agreement to your satisfaction?
He's already answered. Yes, Your Honor.
For the record, you need to understand this is a contract under the terms of which, if you do what you're obligated to do in the agreement, the charge will it'll be dismissed.
Thank you.
Violate the agreement and the city proves that. You know what's going to happen. We'll have a hearing based on the police reports, and that will result in a outcome that may result in significant jail time. You realize that?
Yes, I realize.
Now, Mr. Crow has put you in a position where this charge will be dismissed, but whether or not you comply with the agreement is up to one person, and that's you.
I have no problem with that agreement. I am sure I won't get in any trouble at all whatsoever.
Ms. Garrison, the most important part is no criminal law violations. However, there's also included a $250 probation fee. That's set at $25 a month. If you can't make a payment, or if your financial circumstances change, just let us know or contact Mr. Crow. All right?
All right.
I'm going to wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, this
Thank you.
learning experience and not one to be repeated.
Of course not. I'm surprised it happened anyway.
Oh, that's life. Things happen. I'm just best of luck. Mr. Crow, anything further?
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Just for the record, I put the document together in O Courts. Ms. Garrison signed off. It looks like Mr. Dilly signed off, but the box to click on for me to sign off for some reason does not work. So my signature's not on there. The box is just kind of grayed out, but I obviously have gone over the document and approve of it. So on the record, I'm saying that I have no problem with my signature being affixed to it.
Thank you for saying that. I note that from the screen here, but yep. That happens. I don't understand cyberspace yet, but maybe one of these days I will.
Yeah, probably not. me either. Thank you, Your Honor.
Crow, thank you. You take care. Back to the dashboard. And who do we have next?
Next, we have docket number 4, Jean-Paul Marin with Attorney Fisher.
Good morning, Mr. Fisher. We're going to call your matter at this time. That would be Yelm versus Jean-Paul Marin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nicole Fisher for the record on behalf of Mr. Marin.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I'll turn to you for the, is Mr. Marin there?
He is present via Zoom, Your Honor.
Perfect. I'll turn to you for the status of the matter. It looks like there is an agreement.
Yes, Your Honor. We have reached an agreement with the city and we're ready to enter into an SOC at this time. I have gone over the stipulated order of continuance in its entirety with Mr. Marin. I'm confident he understands all of his obligations under the agreement. We've gone over the fact that it's essentially a contract between him and the city. He is charged with assault 4. We've gone over the maximum penalty of that crime. This is an SOC for a period of 3 months, and if he abides by all the conditions, it will result in a dismissal of the charges. The conditions are to have no criminal law violations and a $250 probation fee. We've gone over all of the constitutional rights that he's giving up and confident that he's entering into this agreement knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily.
Mr. Marin, do you disagree with anything at all your attorney just said?
No, Your Honor, I agree with everything.
I've reviewed the agreement myself, and as your attorney said, it is a contract under the terms of which if you do what you're obligated to do, the charge will be dismissed 3 months from now. On the other hand, as your attorney said, if there's a violation and that's proven by the city, we'll have a hearing based on the police reports, and that could lead to nothing good.
Yeah, I agree, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Fisher has put you in a position where this charge will be dismissed, but the rest of it, in compliance with the agreement, is up to one person, not your attorney, up to you. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I completely understand.
Marin, you've got an excellent resolution of the matter. You need to take advantage of it. I'm going to wish you the best of luck. I hope this has been at least a learning experience.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
And not one to be repeated.
No, not anytime soon, Your Honor.
Marin, thank you. Good luck and take care of yourself. If there's any problem making the fine payments, let your attorney know, and that can be dealt with easily.
I appreciate it, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you and take care. Have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my matters this morning, if I may be excused from the hearing.
Ms. Fisher, thank you very much. You take care. Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you, Your Honor.
Having difficulty dialing in. Mr. Parkhill, you're now virtually in the court. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mr. Parkhill, good morning.
Your Honor, I think you might have to speak in the microphone.
Mr. Parkhill, can you hear me?
Can you hear the judge, Mr. Parkhill?
Barely.
Well, maybe I need to talk at the telephone then. Good morning, Mr. Parkhill. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, sir?
So far, so good. Looks like we're having a little trouble getting you to come on in.
Your Honor, we've reached a resolution. There is a change of plea form in the system. I've just gone over that change of plea form with Mr. Parkhill. Essentially, it's a $250 fine. His only requirement is for the foreseeable future, just stay away from OB Credit Union. It sounds like he's gotten a letter of no trespass, and just that would be the only condition.
Mr. Parkhill, do you agree with that?
Yes.
The statement of defendant on plea of guilty would be to one count of indecent exposure, a misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on a conviction would be 90 days in jail and or a $1,000 fine. Is it your intent to enter a plea of guilty to that charge?
Yes.
Now, if I accept the plea, you give up the rights contained in paragraph 5. There's no trial, no appeal, simply a sentencing, which could be up to the maximum regardless of what's recommended. You realize that?
Yes.
With that in mind, as to one count of indecent exposure alleged to have occurred within the city of Yelm on May 12th, 2021, how do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Do you make that plea of your own free will?
Yes.
Anybody make any threats or promises to you to make you plead guilty?
No.
I will find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily made, and your statement of paragraph 11 does satisfy the factual elements of the offense. The recommended sentence is all jail time suspended, no contact with OB Credit Union, and a $250 fine. Is there anything you'd like me to know?
No, that's about it.
So ordered. I'll sign a judgment and sentence form upon presentation, and we'll be sending you a copy of that. I'm going to wish you the best of luck. The most important part of this is stay away from the OB Credit Union and just have law-abiding behavior. Okay?
Like I was telling Lawyer just a second ago. It sees my bank account, so I have no business even being over there.
I'm not quite sure I understood that.
He's changed his bank account.
I got it. I wasn't sure what you were saying about your bank account, but as long as you don't have an account there, you don't have any reason to go there, and they don't want you there. So that's the place to stay away from.
Right.
Mr. Parkhill, you have a good day. That concludes the matter. I'm going to wish you good luck.
You too. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, Mr. Parkhill.
Do we want to go over Davenport, Jones, and Weller while we're on record still?
Yeah, let's do that.
Put them on record.
So, Latoya Jones says he's going to move to dismiss without prejudice.
So ordered.
Alicia Davenport says he's moving to dismiss without prejudice.
Motion
And
granted.
I don't know about Mr. Weller. I have not had any contact with Mr. Weller, and
He's not on Zoom.
He did not appear. It looks like he's on bail bond.
No, it's an old one. He was PR recently.
DWS third and ignition interlock charge. It's at the pretrial level. Looks like it's the show cause.
show cause.
I am reminding myself to tell the in custodies when they're on review status to, hey, your personal appearance is very necessary to move the case along. If you don't appear for their pretrial, that will leave me no choice but to, et cetera, et cetera. Now back on record, we'll turn to the 10 o'clock pretrial calendar and the 11 o'clock pretrial calendar. Mr. Everco, I'll defer to you for the order in which any cases are called.
Thank you, Judge. If we could take Angela Thompson, she's present in the courtroom.
Ms. Thompson, good morning. If you sit in that chair that's just to the left of Mr. Everco, we'll call your case at this time.
And Ms. Thompson comes before the court on a pretrial hearing today on a criminal trespass charge second degree and theft third degree. Parties have reached an agreement. That being, she intends on entering a straight plea of guilty to count 2, theft in the third degree. On the court's acceptance of the plea, city will move to dismiss count 1, criminal trespass. Recommended sentence is 364 days in jail. All of those suspended for 12 months on the condition that she have no new criminal law violations, that she pay a $250 probation fee. I've reviewed the statement of defendant on plead guilty with her electronically, and we're ready to proceed.
Ms. Thompson, good afternoon. For the record, your name is Angela Rochelle Thompson. Do you disagree at all with anything Mr. Everco just said? I'm looking at a statement of defendant on plea of guilty to 1 count of theft in the third degree. Also involves a dismissal of a criminal trespass, second degree charge. Have you gone over the plea form with your attorney? Any questions you might have had, were they answered?
I get it, they were answered.
You need to understand that if I accept the plea, you give up the rights contained in paragraph 5. There's no trial, no appeal, simply a sentencing which could be up to the maximum regardless of what's recommended. You understand that?
Yes.
With that in mind, as to 1 count of theft in the third degree alleged to have occurred within the city of Yelm on May 20th, 2021, how do you plead guilty or not guilty? You make that plea of your own free will. Anybody make any threats or promises to you to make you plead guilty? I will find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily made, and your statement in paragraph 11 does satisfy the factual elements of the offense. I've heard the recommendation as to sentence given by your attorney. Mr. Dilly, anything to add to that?
It's an agreed resolution, Your Honor.
Ms. Thompson, you have a right of elocution, they call it. That's, you can tell me anything you wish. You think I ought to know. You don't have to say anything, but if you do have anything to say, now would be the time. I think it's a fair recommendation. I'll impose 364 days in jail. Suspend all that on the condition, most importantly, that you stay out of trouble. There is a $250 probation fee that I'll impose as well. If you have any issues at all making the $25 a month payments, let us know. That is something we can easily deal with. The most important thing is that you stay out of trouble and you have no future criminal offenses. Hopefully this has been something of a learning experience, not one to be repeated. Do you have any questions at all? All I can do is wish you good luck. I will in a moment sign a
And defendant still needs to sign the statement? Could she sign after he did it?
No, once the judge signs, nobody can sign. Is the signature pad working today?
I think it is.
If you want to try it, because she can also sign the judgment and sentence as well.
If you want to ever try that, that's
So
fine.
yeah,
If
just
not,
don't sign anything.
we're in an
yet.
open court. Yeah, it's kind of an odd setup here. No signature line for. Thompson, I'm reviewing the. Okay. Okay, your signature, your clients, one more from Mr. Dilly, and
For the judgment and sentence?
that's the JNS.
Oh, there we go.
For the record, the criminal trespass charge is dismissed. Got it?
Done.
Thompson, I've signed a judgment and sentence. You can pick up a copy of that at the window outside the courtroom and to your left. Any questions at all?
No.
Again, I wish you the best of luck. You take care of yourself. We all do things that don't seem like a good idea in retrospect, but we learn. We learn. So good luck to you, and you take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You're welcome. Mr. Jones?
Is this Mr. Jones?
Yeah, phone sign here.
Thomas Jones?
Yeah, this is Thomas Jones. Matter comes before the court on a pretrial hearing on a suspended driving third-degree charge, interlock violation. Parties have reached an agreement. She's going to enter a straight plea guilty to count 2, interlock violation. On the court's exception of the plea, so they'll move to dismiss the suspended driving third-degree charge. Recommended sentences: year in jail, all suspended, or 364 days in jail, all suspended for 12 months, should never be imposed, so long as he commits no new criminal law violations and pays a $250 probation fee.
That's correct, Your Honor.
For the record, your name is Thomas Paul Jones.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm looking at your statement of defendant on plea of guilty. It is to one count of operating a vehicle without ignition interlock when required to have that by the Department of Licensing. Also, this involves a dismissal of the third-degree license suspension charge. Have you gone over the plea form with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Any questions you might have had about the form that were not answered that I should answer? I accept the rights, if I accept the plea, you give up the rights contained in paragraph 5, no trial, no appeal, simply a sentencing, which could be up to the maximum for this offense, which would be 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. You realize that?
Yes, Your Honor.
That might as to one count of driving a motor vehicle without ignition interlock within the city of Yelm on September 30th, 2020. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
You make that plea of your own free will.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody make any threats or promises to you to make you plead guilty?
No.
I will find your plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily made, and your statement in paragraph 11 does satisfy the factual elements of the plea. I've heard the recommended sentence. Mr. Jones, is there anything you'd like to tell me? Anything you think I should know?
I mean, I have more charges in different courts that I'm dealing with right now.
One at the time, one at the time.
I've got them all, yeah.
One at a time.
I failed to appear here because I was in Pierce County, but I had called and told you that
Well, they were resolving your case here today. Any idea what you need to do to reinstate your license?
yes.
Money, but work on that. I'd make that a project. And of course, if you are under the ignition interlock obligation, you need to abide by that, or just not drive at all if you can't, not licensed until you become eligible. I'm going to wish you the best of luck. You take care. I am going to follow the recommendation, 364 days in jail, all suspended on the condition you have law-abiding behavior, which includes not driving unless you're licensed and insured, and not driving without ignition interlock when the Department of Licensing says that you should have that on, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm reviewing the judgment and sentence form. Mr. Jones, I'm signing the, I guess, Mr. Dooley, I guess we're gonna need your signature on the JNS.
All right.
Are you still under ignition interlock?
Yes, sir.
Any idea how long that's gonna be?
Until 2025, I think.
Quite a while. I don't know if there's any early reinstatement abilities at all, but hey, it's good luck with that. And good luck with your other, court appearances.
I don't know why it's not coming up.
Yeah, you're free to go if you want a copy. Go to the front counter.
It's not coming up for me.
You know, I.
Yep. See it?
I must be.
So go ahead and hit save. That way it'll allow Mr. Dilly to get in there. If you're editing, nobody else can get in there and edit or sign either.
Okay,
Should be good now.
now you can. I
Again.
need to then press save and then
And then you'll have to go back in and.
wait for a signature and then.
That's, there we go.
Got a signature?
Got it.
Sign it in myself.
Next matter, I
Cervical.
believe would be Robert McMullen. That's number 4. If he's online.
Mr. McMullen, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Your Honor.
I can hear you loud and clear. We're going to take your case now. Mr. Haverco, your attorney's in the courtroom. I'll turn to him for a recitation as to the status of the case.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Mr. McMullen. Dan Haverco here. For your honor, this case comes before the court on a hit and run unattended complicity charge. It's my understanding Mr. McMullen intends on entering a street. Well, let me double check here. Let me just review something real quick here. He intends on entering a straight plea of guilty to the charge. Recommendation is going to be 90 days in jail, all suspended to never be imposed during the next 12 months, so long as during the next 12 months he commits no new criminal law violations, pays a $250 probation fee, and then reserve the issue of restitution amount to be determined if there is a request. And that concludes the recommendation.
Mr. McMullen, do you disagree with anything your attorney just said?
No, Your Honor.
For the record, your name is Robert Forrest McMullen.
Yes, it is.
Have you gone over the plea form with your attorney?
Yes.
Questions you'd like to ask me about what it means to plead guilty?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said last, Judge.
Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me about what it means to enter a plea to a criminal charge?
No, Your Honor.
I accept the plea. You give up the rights contained in paragraph 5. No trial, no appeal, no witnesses, simply a sentencing, which could be up to the maximum allowed, which would be 90 days and or $1,000 fine. You realize that?
Yes.
As to one count of hit and run unattended, alleged to have occurred within the city of Yelm on May 16, 2021. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
You make that plea of your own free will.
Yes, I do.
Anybody make any threats or promises to you to make you plead guilty?
No.
I will find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily made. And your statement in paragraph 11 does satisfy the factual elements. I've heard the recommendation is to sentence. Is there anything you'd like to tell me or think I should know before a sentence is imposed?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to follow the recommendation. 90 days in jail, suspended on the condition you have law-abiding behavior, $250 fine. There could be a restitution issue, which the city's going to reserve that. That may or may not come up. If it does come up, you will be entitled to a hearing on the amount of the restitution and contribute what you want to to that hearing. Any question at all?
No.
I wish you the best of luck. You take care of yourself.
Thank you.
I am at this time reviewing the judgment and sentence form. So Dilly, I guess I'll need a signature from you on Mr. McMullen's J&S, it looks. Mr. McMullen, if you would, make sure we have a current address on file, just in case there is a request for restitution so that you can be notified. And in the future, of course, always a good idea. Accidents do happen, but need to remain there to make sure that everybody knows who was involved, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, and good luck to you. You take care of yourself and have a good day.
Thank you.
I will have sent to you a copy of the judgment and sentence and the statement of defendant on plea entered in this matter.
Okay.
I think I've signed everything I need to sign. Mr. Haverco?
Okay. Next matter would be Jason Parsons. It's number 6 on the 10 o'clock calendar.
Mr. Parsons, we're going to take your matter now. If you can hear me, let me know you're online.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Your attorney's in.
Morning, Your Honor.
I will turn to him for the status of the case, which is set for pretrial this day.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Parsons. His suspended status in the meantime has been reduced to suspended third. So parties have reached an agreement. He intends on entering a straight plea of guilty to the amended and reduced charge of suspended driving in the third degree. The sentencing recommendation is going to be 90 days in jail, all suspended for 12 months on the condition that he have no new criminal law violations and pay a $250 probation fee.
Mr. Parsons, do you disagree with anything your attorney just said?
No, sir.
For the record, your name is Jason Russell Parsons?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at your statement of defendant on plea of guilty, and that would be to 1 count, amended down from 2nd degree to 3rd degree, driving no license suspended. That charge is a misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 90 days in jail and or a $1,000 fine. I would be free to impose up to the maximum if I saw fit, regardless of the recommendation. You realize that?
Yes, sir.
If I accept the plea, you give up the rights contained in paragraph 5. There's no trial, no appeal, no witnesses, no presumption of innocence, simply a sentencing.
Yes, sir.
With that in mind, as to 1 count of driving while license suspended or revoked in the 3rd degree, alleged to have occurred within the city of Yelm on May 27th, 2020. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
You make that plea of your own free will.
Yes, sir.
Anybody make any threats or promises to you to make you plead guilty, except the, of course, sentencing recommendation?
No, sir.
I will find your plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily made, and your statement does satisfy the factual elements of the offense.
You're cutting out. Can't hear you.
I've heard the.
Hello.
Can you still hear me?
I can now. You were cutting out pretty good there, Your Honor.
Okay. I signed the statement on plea of guilty. I've heard the recommendation as to sentence from your attorney. You're allowed to say anything you want at this time if you have anything to say. You don't have to say anything, but now's the time if you do.
Your Honor, I would like to ask if there's any way that I could get my tickets and stuff pulled out of collections. I recently, I am obtaining a job at the moment, and I would like to start paying fines on my tickets and hopefully get my license back so I don't violate your getting tickets or anything or getting pulled over, and being able to continue to work and drive to work. It's kind of complicated to get back and forth to work without driving, and I was just hoping that you could possibly help me out on getting my tickets pulled out of collections, so I can get that taken care of.
Mr. Parsons, in the first place, what I'm going to do is I will follow the recommendation. I'll suspend 90 days jail on the condition that you have law-abiding behavior, which would include do not drive unless licensed and insured, and pay a $200 probation fee at the rate of $25 a month. Now, with regard to your tickets, I only have jurisdiction over tickets that are issued out of this court, and I don't have that in front of me, but I believe that and I've been told that all your tickets are out of Pierce County. You would have
Yes, most of them are, sir.
you would have to you'd have to go to Pierce County to have that dealt with.
Okay.
What their procedure is for doing that, but yes, they would definitely be the ones you would have to contact. At least.
All right. Thank you.
Saves you a renewed period of suspension. So that's at least this conviction will not suspend your license. I'm going to wish you the best of luck. It looks like you've got a fair amount of money to plow through here, and things
Yes, sir.
with regard to suspension as a result of unpaid fines these days. That's still being worked out, but you might contact. Do you have an attorney up in Pierce County?
I don't at the moment.
I don't know if they have a department. They must have a department of assigned counsel, but I would start by trying to contact the court about unpaid infractions. Mr. Parsons, all I can do at this point on your behalf is wish you the best of luck, and that will conclude the hearing. Take care of yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess I need your signature on the J&S form. And I did manage to go back on save. Signature on the J&S form.
Oh, gotcha. We're on Parsons, I thought I said.
These computers. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm signing at this time. And Mr. Parsons, if you're still there, we'll be sending you a copy of the judgment and sentence and the change of plea instrument.
Next matter would be Jessica Smith. It's number 7 on the 10 o'clock.
Ms. Jessica Smith, if you can hear me, we're going to take your matter now. Let me know if you're hearing me.
Yes, I can hear you, Your Honor.
Good morning. Your attorney's in the courtroom. I'll defer to him for the status of the matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to discuss this case with Ms. Smith. I believe it's the parties have reached an agreement. She intends on entering a straight plea of guilty as charged to the crime of theft in the third degree. City's recommendation is going to be 364 days in jail, all suspended for 12 months to never be imposed, so long as she commits no new criminal law violations and pays a $250 probation fee.
Ms. Smith, do you disagree with anything your attorney just said?
No, I do not.
And your name is Jessica Faye Smith?
Yes, it is.
I'm looking at a statement of defendant on plea of guilty to one count of theft in the third degree. That charge is a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction to be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine, which I would be free to impose if I accept the plea, regardless of what's recommended. You realize that?
Yes, I do.
I accept the plea. You give up the rights contained in paragraph 5, no trial, no appeal, just a sentencing.
Yes.
With that in mind, is the one count of theft in the third degree alleged to have occurred within the city of Yelm on June 3rd, 2021. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Make that plea of guilty on your own free will.
Yes.
Anybody make any threats or promises to you to make you
No,
plead?
Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Sorry.
I will find your plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily made. I'm inclined to accept the recommendation as to sentence, but you have the right to tell me anything you think I should know before sentence is imposed. Now,
No, Your Honor. I don't have anything to say.
you think that's a good recommendation?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
I'll follow it. 364 days in jail, all suspended on the condition you have law-abiding behavior and pay a $250 probation fee. Now, your payments on that will be $25 a month. If you can't make the payments, let us know. That's the least important part of this. The most important part of this is your obligation to have law-abiding behavior over the next 12 months. Any question at all?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Smith, I'm going to wish you the best of luck. You take care of yourself. I'm signing the judgment and sentence form as we speak, and you'll be sent a copy of that, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Next matter would be Samantha Fiedler.
And that
Hello?
Number 2 on the 10 o'clock.
Had to go to a different stack. But is Samantha Fiedler able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning. We're going to call your case at this time. Your attorney, Mr. Hebert, is in the courtroom. I'll turn to him for the status of your case. Now set for pretrial this date.
Matter comes for a pretrial on a theft third degree attempted charge. We've had an opportunity to discuss the case. Parties have worked out an agreement. That being she will enter a straight plea. In fact, let me just double check that.
Ms. Fiedler, do you disagree with anything your attorney just said?
No.
Yeah, so she's going to enter a straight plea guilty, and the sentencing recommendation is going to be 90 days in jail, all suspended for 12 months to never be imposed, so long as she has no new criminal law violations and pays a $250 probation fee.
Ms. Fiedler, is your name Samantha Fiedler?
Yeah. Yes.
Have you gone over the statement of defendant on plea of guilty with your attorney?
Yes.
And did he answer any questions you might have regarding the offense?
Yes.
Now, this is what they call a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine, which I would be free to impose if I thought that was appropriate. Do you realize that?
Yes.
Even though the recommendation is 90 days in jail. If I accept give up the rights contained in paragraph 5, there's no trial, no appeal, simply a sentencing. You know that?
Yes, sir.
With regard to one count of theft in the third degree alleged to have occurred within the city of Yelm on January 8, 2018, How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
You make that plea of your own free will.
Yes, sir.
Anybody make any threats or promises to you to make you plead guilty?
No.
I will find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily made. And your statement in paragraph 11 does satisfy the factual elements. I've heard the recommendation as to sentence. Mr. Dilly, anything to add to
No,
that?
it's an agreed recommendation, Your Honor.
Ms. Fiedler, anything you wish to tell me? Do you have a right to say anything you wish? You think I should know, but you don't have to say anything unless you want to.
I'm just trying to get all my stuff together. I spent a couple years in prison. I've been out for 4 months. I'm on DOC. I'm in treatment. I've been clean for almost 3 years. I'm just trying to wrap all the rest of my court stuff up and, you know, stop getting in trouble, do the right thing.
That, now that I'm just going to wish you the best of luck. Yeah, we're getting ourselves together. That's kind of a lifetime project. I'm going to wish you the best of luck with that. And I'll say once again, something I've said before, it's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get back up, having fallen down. So
Right.
I'm going to follow the recommendation, 90 days in jail, all suspended on the condition you have law-abiding behavior. The $250 probation fee I'm imposing is the least important thing here. Your payments will be $25 a month. But now, if you have a problem making the payments, I just make sure you call Mr. Haverco or the court, and that's something easily dealt with. The most important thing here is law-abiding behavior. And of course, I'm looking at your record, and that would involve making sure that there's no substance issues that are running your life for you. They run our lives for us. We don't run them. Any questions at all, Ms. Fiedler?
Nope, that's it.
I'm going to wish you the best of luck. If you're on DOC, that's kind of a rough way to go, but I'm going to wish you the best of luck with that.
Well, I am doing great on DOC. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm in compliance. It's actually pretty easy when you get sober and you don't really have that hanging over your head anymore.
That is for sure. I'm glad to hear you say that. You take care of yourself and have a good day, Ms. Fiedler.
You too. Thank you.
I will.
I believe we could take up the matter of Patricia Warren, which is number 10 on the 11 o'clock calendar.
Got it. Patricia Warren, if you can hear me, let me know.
I can hear you, Your Honor.
Good morning. Mr. Haverco's in the courtroom. We're going to address your matter at this time. I'll turn to him for the status of your case.
We have had a chance to chat about this case. Parties, I believe, have reached an agreement. She's going to enter a straight plea, or excuse me, I'm apologizing. I misread. She has no prior record, and the parties have reached an agreement, that being a stipulated order of continuance, pretrial diversion agreement. The agreement to be for 12 months on the condition that she stay out of trouble, no new criminal law violations for 12 months, pay a $250 probation fee. We did discuss about how with the stipulated order of continuance that even though there's no guilty plea, she still does contractually give up her right to a trial, that if she violates the agreement, the case can be brought back before the court and the police reports can be read and a conviction can be entered.
Mr. Warren, do you disagree with anything at all Mr. Haverco just said?
I do not, Your Honor.
He's absolutely right. What you're getting into here is a contract, which I have no control over except to approve of it. But if you violate the contract, there isn't any choice if the city chooses to revoke your agreement and have a trial based on the police reports, and you know what that would result in. On the other hand, even though you've given up your rights to go to trial, et cetera, you do have an opportunity to have this charge dismissed. It will go off your record if you have law-abiding behavior, keep a current address on file, appear for court as directed, pay a probation fee in the amount of $250. Most importantly, law-abiding behavior. Any questions at all?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Warren, you have a great agreement here, but it's up to you to abide by it. I'm signing off on it as we speak. You'll be mailed a copy of this. Review it carefully, and if you have any questions at all, of course, call Mr. Haverko, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you for appearing, and good luck to you in the future.
Thank you.
Back to the dashboard.
We could call Mallory Nelson Sanchez. It's number 8 on the 11 o'clock.
Mallory Nelson Sanchez, are you able to hear me?
Yes,
Mallory, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
You're set for pretrial this date. Before I turn to your attorney for the status of the case, I want to advise both the prosecutor who's here in the courtroom and Mr. Haverko, and you know well that I know you very well from Nisqually Tribal Court. It's my perception that that court has nothing to do with this court. However, if you're not happy with me being the judge in this matter, or the prosecutor or Mr. Haverko feels that way, I'll be glad to step down and go to a different judge. That's have you discussed this with I want you to discuss this with Mr. Haverko, and let me know what you want.
I'm fine with you being the judge.
Then I'll turn to Mr. Haverko. Any problem with
The defense has no objection.
Prosecution has no objection.
Go ahead.
I'm going to ask to reset this once. It's a defense request for a continuance based on just whether or not her prior conviction is a prior, and I just like to have a little additional discussion with her to make sure she's just real clear on, if we wind up doing a disposition of the case, that she's real clear on all of the consequences.
Objection.
Ms. Nelson Sanchez, what we're going to do is reset your matter. Mr. Haverko, how far would you like to go out? 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks?
Whatever the court's preference is.
We can do August 19th.
August 19th going to work for you, Ms. Nelson Sanchez?
Let me check. Yeah, that'll work.
We will send you an order resetting your case to August 19th, but that concludes today's hearing. You take care of yourself and make sure you keep all your future court appointments, both here and elsewhere, okay?
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Okay, you too.
And Judge, I believe that's
it for Zoom.
I think that's all we have available. There's one gentleman here in court who showed up early. He's here for the 1 o'clock, but I figure since he's here,
Since he's here, we'll take him.
We'll take him.
We'll need, let's do an order on Mallory.
Yes, there's a motion to continue in there.
Okay, refresh, hit the refresh. I never remember to hit the refresh. Sir, good morning. I guess you're here for the 1 o'clock arraignment calendar, but as long as you're here early, we can address your matter now. What is your name?
My name's Tony Ward.
Last name Ward?
Yeah.
Mr. Ward, would you come up and have a seat at the council table? And good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Is your name Tony Lee Ward?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ward, the citation filed with this court alleges that on or about June 24, 2021, you committed the offense of theft in the 3rd degree. That charge is a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. You have a right to have a lawyer represent you at all stages of any criminal proceeding, including your arraignment, which is today, and any future court appearance. Are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer?
No, sir.
Are you good? You have a right to represent yourself or retain a lawyer. I will appoint Mr. Haverco to enter a plea on your behalf at this time, and we'll set it for a pretrial where you can represent yourself. Remember, your right to have a lawyer never goes away. If you talk to Mr. Dilly, the prosecutor here,
Okay.
and you feel,
I spoke with him a little bit further, Judge. I think he was maybe wasn't sure if there was a cost to having a court-appointed lawyer, and I explained to him there's no cost.
if you're indigent,
So-
that would be at no expense to yourself.
So he would like a lawyer appointed if the court would.
That's longstanding case law that if you can't afford a lawyer, you don't have the money, you're entitled to a lawyer at public expense. I'll appoint Mr. Haverco to represent you in this matter, and he will at this time enter a plea on your behalf.
Thank you, Judge. Stipulate to probable cause. Just ask the court to enter a not guilty plea.
Plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. That preserves your rights. We're going to set the matter for a pretrial. A pretrial conference is a chance to explore the matter with your attorney and maybe him talk to the prosecutor a little bit. If you can resolve the case by agreement, that's fine. If you can't resolve it by agreement, you do have a right to a public and speedy jury trial where the offense was alleged to have been committed in Thurston County. We've set your pretrial for August 19th at the hour of 11 o'clock.
I'll tell you when.
Now we'll give you contact information with Mr. Haverco, and we'll give you a copy of the instrument setting your matter for a pretrial. Conditions of release, of course, are always law-abiding behavior. Stay in touch with Mr. Haverco, and if your contact information changes, let us know. At least let him know, okay? Mr. Ward, any question at all?
No.
Good luck. We'll see you back here August 19th. And if you want, you can go to Mr. Ward, you can go to the window and, in a moment, and you'll get a copy of today's order, okay? Take care.
Did we want to do the no-shows yet, or?
I guess Mr. Ward did not want a copy of his,
Okay.
I'll mail it.
okay, good.
I'll mail it.
It's going on noon. Let's go through the no-shows. First, on the 10 o'clock calendar, Iceland, Jess Dudley, I'm guessing.
I haven't been able to have any contact with Mr. Dudley.
I guess we have to set it for a show cause.
I don't think we have any choice. And next would be Amber Finley. I presume that is not the Mason County judge now retired.
Don't think so.
Well, we also have number 5, which would be Kirsten Olmos.
Almost, yes.
Yeah.
But
And this was for a show cause hearing. She not appearing. City would recommend $5,000 cash or bond.
so ordered. Mr. Haverco, any knowledge about this?
No contact information, Judge.
And the last one on the 10 o'clock with the Vickers.
Yeah.
Briella Bell Vickers.
I believe I might have an okay phone number, but I haven't heard back from her. I've left messages and
Do I see that there's bond, there's been bail posted?
Yes.
Can we, let's go ahead and forfeit that bond and presumably must have found good cause at some point in the future. This is 5/22, so that was after the
She was supposed to be. I don't think the Glenis decision prohibits us from forfeiting bond for non-appearance. Bond is forfeited. We'll send the appropriate letter, sudden, the unexplained failure of the defendant to appear, and we'll set it for a show cause hearing 2 weeks. Yes. Takes us to the 11 o'clock.
William Cram.
We've had him before on other, and he was here for his arraignment.
Had some numbers for him, and I got it's one of those probably prepaid cell phones where you call, and maybe if they haven't paid their bill, it doesn't go to voicemail, it just says subscriber not available. I'm not sure what that means, but might mean an unpaid for prepaid cell phone, I'm not sure.
That's, I think that does.
I think they call those a burner phone.
A burner, I've heard those called burners. Show cause on Mr. Cram, I guess. And now Amber Finley.
And I have had, I was expecting her to be here because I have had contact with her and did discuss the case with her, and I had anticipated that there was going to be an agreement, but so I don't know the reasons for her non-appearance.
I guess show cause is the only
Show cause will have to do.
Shane Iverson, the docket entry I had needs to be
I think
reset.
those were Josh's client matters.
On his, Josh's behalf,
Yeah.
I would just move for a defense request.
We'll
for
just reset
continuance.
that for,
Note the failure to appear for speedy trial purposes and reset it.
so noted. Sarah Klutz would be next. That's a reckless driving, no insurance card.
I do have, I think, what I believe to be a good number for her. I have left a message, was able to leave a message on what appears to be a working voicemail. I have not yet heard back from her.
Show cause.
Then Robert Steely was a show cause for today. Any update on Mr. Steely?
Well, I did, well, it's interesting because I've gotten some calls from, I believe, his mother, who's talks as though she's sort of concerned about where he is. They haven't been able to find him, kind of implying maybe something, I'm not sure, nefarious. But anyway, I received a phone call from him, and it was a number I thought I should have. And I returned the call, and I got his voicemail, leaving a message to call back. So he's alive, he's out there, but so far I haven't been able to hook up with him on the phone.
And his family doesn't know where he is. Maybe tell his family to.
Yeah.
Mr. Dilly, any?
$5,000 cash or bond?
So ordered, I guess. So ordered. No guess.
And
Good afternoon. I'm going to call the 1 o'clock arraignment calendar. Before I take each of you one at a time, I'm talking to some people that are in the courtroom as well as a number of people that are online. This is your first court appearance in response to the issuance of a criminal citation. There's a couple of things you need to know before we get started. One, you have a right to have a lawyer represent you at all stages of a criminal proceeding. If you're indigent, you can't afford a lawyer, I will appoint a lawyer to represent you at public expense and at no expense to yourself. At the arraignment, today's hearing, the plea of not guilty is very typically entered. That preserves your rights, and we then set the matter for a pretrial conference, which is your chance to discuss your case with your attorney, and he in turn discuss the matter with the prosecuting attorney. If the case can be resolved by agreement, that is done at the next hearing. If a case cannot be resolved by agreement, you do have a right to a public and speedy jury trial in the county where the offense is alleged to have been committed. First matter I'm going to call would be City of Yelm versus Janeth, no middle initial, Barnes. Mrs. Barnes, if you can hear me,
I don't see her yet.
She's
so
not
I'm
there
wondering,
yet.
we have one telephone. So I'm gonna see if that's her. It's a phone number ending in 9066.
have a phone number ending in 9066. We don't know who that is. Could you unmute yourself and let us know who you are?
I can hear you. Janet Barnes.
Janet Barnes.
Ms. Barnes, good afternoon. Is your name Janeth Barnes?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. The citation I have, well, first let me ask you this. There's an indication on my docket that you may need the services of an interpreter. We have an interpreter here for the Spanish language. Do you need an interpreter?
I need a lawyer.
Interpreter.
An interpreter. No, I need both. English and in Spanish.
Your Honor, my name is Luis Ayala, and I'm with Janet Barnes as a friend, and she's very confused, and we were trying to make this appointment and found that we were in Yelm ago, but couldn't quite come to the court. She's making decisions based on this and very anxious, and would like a interpreter if it's accessible.
Okay, we do have an interpreter here. His name is Leroy Moulds. I'll swear him in. Mr. Moulds, you solemnly swear or affirm that you will accurately translate English into Spanish and Spanish into English, all that is said at this hearing. And maybe, since they're going to need to hear you, maybe come up and use Mr. Haverco's microphone there. Is your name Janeth Barnes?
Es su nombre, Janet Barnes.
Sí, señor.
Yes.
Citation I have.
Sí, señor.
The citation I have alleges that on July 2nd, 2021, you committed the offense of violating a no contact order.
El ticket dice que usted violó una orden de no hacer contacto.
Are you
Sí,
asking?
señor. Sí.
¿Está pidiendo
Yes, Your Honor.
de un abogado asignado por la corte?
Yes, sí.
I will appoint Mr. Haverco to represent you.
Voy a asignar señor Haverco para representarle.
He will enter a.
Gracias.
I will appoint him to represent you, and he will enter a plea on your behalf at this time.
Thank you.
Voy a asignar que él le represente y él va a entrar una declaración de parte de usted.
Gracias.
This is Mr. Haverco, and on your behalf, we'll stipulate to probable cause.
Este es señor Haverco y de parte de usted vamos a declarar que hay causa probable.
And would ask the court to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf.
Y vamos a pedir a la corte de entrar una declaración de no culpable de parte de usted.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Any questions, Ms. Barnes?
Señora Barnes, ¿tiene usted algunas preguntas?
No, Your Honor.
No.
We'll set your next hearing for.
Vamos a fijar la próxima audiencia para
It's August 19th. Does that work for you?
Is that going to work?
August 19th at 10. Is that good for you? Okay.
el 19 de agosto a las 10 de la mañana.
Ms. Barnes, we will mail you a copy of today's order.
Señora Barnes, le vamos a mandar una copia de la orden de hoy.
It will have contact information with Mr. Haverco.
Y va a tener información cómo hacer contacto con el señor Haverco.
And we will have an interpreter here to help with the matter.
Y vamos a tener un intérprete aquí para ayudar con el asunto.
The condition
Thank you, Your Honor.
and the conditions of release are these:
Las condiciones de libertad son lo siguiente.
law-abiding behavior,
Tiene que tener comportamiento siguiendo la ley
do not violate any no contact orders.
y no hacer ninguna violación de una orden de no hacer contacto.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene algunas preguntas?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Barnes, thank you very much. We'll talk to you on August 19th.
Gracias, señora Barnes, y
Okay, thank you.
vamos a hablar el 19.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Barnes, thank you very much. You take care of yourself and we'll talk to you in August.
Cuídese, señora Barnes. Gracias por haber estado aquí y nos veremos en agosto.
Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, we can do Marcelina Jimenez. She's the other. And then she's also on the same phone call with Evelyn.
Oh, okay.
They're on the same Zoom. But she said that Evelyn does not need the interpreter.
Not sure about her, but hers.
Next, I will call the matter of Yelm versus Marcelina Jimenez. If you're muted, unmute yourself and let us know you're there.
It's on mute. Yes, I can hear.
We have an interpreter here.
Tenemos un intérprete aquí.
Okay.
He has been sworn in and he will help.
Él ha firmado y nos va a ayudar.
Okay. Gracias.
Is your name Marcelina Jimenez?
Señora, se llama usted Marcelina Jimenez.
Así es.
Yes.
There are two charges. One is theft in the third degree.
Hay dos cargos. Uno sería robo en el tercer grado.
Second, criminal trespass, first degree.
Y segundo sería traspasar en el tercer grado.
Both gross misdemeanors.
Y los dos son crímenes menores.
Maximum penalty would be 90 days in jail and or $5,000 fine upon conviction.
Y los dos tienen una penalidad máxima de, was it 1 year? De un año de encarcelación con $5,000 de multa.
Are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer?
¿Está usted pidiendo un abogado asignado por la corte?
Sí, por favor.
Please.
I will appoint Mr. Haverco to represent you, and he will enter a plea on your behalf at this time.
Voy a asignar al señor Haverco para representarle y él va a entrar una declaración de parte de usted en esta situación.
Okay, gracias.
Good afternoon, this is Dan Haverco,
Buenas tardes, este es Dan Haverco.
and on your behalf, I'm gonna stipulate to probable cause and ask the court to enter a not guilty plea.
Y por parte de usted voy a estipular a causa probable y entrar una declaración de parte de usted.
Okay, gracias.
Ms. Jimenez, we will set your case for a pretrial conference.
Señora, vamos a fijar su caso para una audiencia de prejuicio.
And that will be August 19th.
Será el 19 de agosto.
Okay.
The interpreter will be here to help.
Y el intérprete va a estar aquí para ayudar.
Muy bien, gracias.
Thank you.
Ms. Jimenez, I am signing the order setting the pretrial date. You will be sent a copy of that and contact information with your attorney.
Estoy firmando la orden y vamos a mandar una copia a usted también con información cómo hacer contacto con su abogado.
Está bien, gracias.
You have any questions?
¿Tiene algunas preguntas?
No, no por ahorita.
No, not for now.
We will then talk to you in August.
Entonces le veremos en agosto.
Ok, gracias.
I understand that Evelyn Jimenez is also present on this call.
Yes,
And it's also my understanding you do not need an interpreter. Is that correct?
it's correct.
Is your name Evelyn I. Jimenez?
Yes,
Citation alleges that on or about June 25th, 2021, you committed the offense of theft in the 3rd degree. Gross misdemeanor, the maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. Are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer in this matter?
yes, please.
I will appoint Mr. Haverco to represent you and enter a plea on your behalf. He will discuss with you later whether you're entitled to a lawyer at public expense throughout the course of the matter. Mr. Haverco?
Thank you, Your Honor. On her behalf, I would stipulate to probable cause and ask the court to enter a not guilty plea.
Ms. Jimenez, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. We're going to set the matter for a pretrial. Let's do that on August 19th as well. We'll be sending you a copy of today's order as well as contact information with Mr. Haverco. Conditions of release are law-abiding behavior. Stay in touch with your attorney, and if you have any change in your contact information or address, you're to let us know, okay?
Okay,
Any questions?
no.
As soon as I finish reviewing today's order, I will sign that and you'll be, again, sent a copy of that.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Jimenez, thank you.
That's it. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, take care. Yeah.
You're right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so, yeah, we have 11. We have 11. So we've got,
Wow.
do you want to start with the people online first or the people?
Let's do the people.
Doesn't matter to me. Either way.
Mr. Haverco, any preference? We do have people in the courtroom and people 11's online. Would you rather deal with the people in the courtroom first?
Who are you, sir? Here for court? Okay.
That's Mr. Clark. Antonio Clark?
Yep.
Could you step forward, please? We'll take your case at this point. For the record, is your name Antonio Dean Clark?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Clark, the citation I have alleges that on or about July 10, 2021, you committed the offense of assault in the 4th degree. That charges it being domestic violence is a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. Are you asking for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, I am.
Has anything changed since the last time we spoke as far as your financial situation?
I
I'll
mean,
appoint Mr. Haverco to enter a plea on your behalf. He will do so at this time.
Would stipulate to probable cause, Your Honor, and on his behalf, ask the court to enter a not guilty plea.
Mr. Clark, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. We will set the matter for a pretrial conference. I see you did post bail. Now, the conditions of release, of course, are law-abiding behavior and also no contact with Sydney Anderson. Any problem with any of the conditions of release? Pretrial is August 19th, 2021. I'm looking at the order now. In a moment. I'm now signing the order electronically. Mr. Clark, again, I can't emphasize this enough. Law-abiding behavior and no contact is very important here. You can get a copy of today's order by going to the window outside the courtroom to your left. That may take a moment, but then you'll have it. Stay in touch with your attorney. And again, contact information changes. Your lawyer needs to know that. Take care. Any questions?
No questions.
That
Just go
concludes
to
the
the
hearing.
front, go to the front window. Who were you, sir? Was it? Joe McCrevin?
This is Joshua James McCrevin. We'll take your matter next. If you'd step forward, have a seat next to the public defender, Mr. McCrevin, and is your name Joshua James McCrevin?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
Mr. McCrevin, the citation I have alleges an honor about June 19th, 2021. You committed the offense of driving while under the influence of intoxicants. That charge is what they call a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. Are you asking for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you working at this time?
Not currently.
I will appoint Mr. Haverko to represent you. He'll enter a plea on your behalf, and then he will discuss with you later whether or not you qualify for a lawyer at public expense. Mr. Haverko?
Thank you, Your Honor. Stipulate to probable cause, ask the court to enter not guilty plea.
Mr. McCrevin, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. We'll set the matter for a pretrial. We'll enter a plea of not committed on the two infractions you were cited to, no insurance and expired registration. We'll calendar that along with the criminal charge. We'll set a pretrial.
Mr. Haverko, can you exit out of the?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I
Sure.
can't get to it. It'll be just a moment.
Okay, no hurry.
Thank you.
Mr. Greven, the conditions of release are going to be, don't drive unless licensed and insured. Don't refuse to take any breathalyzer if you're asked to take one. Law-abiding behavior. Do not drink and drive at all. I don't see any prior offenses. Mr. Dilly, any request for any additional conditions?
No, Your Honor, I think our standard conditions will suffice.
Excuse me. Mr. McCrevin, your pretrial will be August 19th, 11 o'clock. I'm signing, I will sign in a moment today's order. You may get a copy of that by going to the window outside the courtroom and to your left. Do you have any questions at all?
No, sir.
The electronic signature attached. That concludes the hearing. Mr. McCrevin, thank you for your patience. We'll see you here on August 19th. You have a good day. Thank you, sir. Two more people in the courtroom.
What's your name, sir?
John Henderson.
Henderson? Henderson?
Mr. Henderson, if you come on up and have a John Henry Henderson, if you would come on up and have a seat right next to Mr. Hammer. Good afternoon. Is your name John Henry Henderson for the record? Citation I have alleges that on or about June 21, 2021, you committed the offense of malicious mischief, third degree. That charge is what they call a misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 90 days in jail and or a $5,000 or $1,000 fine. Now, are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer?
What's that? I can't hear very well.
Are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer?
No.
Yeah, you have a right to represent yourself, and you have a right to hire a lawyer.
I have no reason not to plead guilty and not guilty to this. I mean, it happened.
Well, Mr. Henderson, I don't accept guilty pleas at the arraignment. You plead guilty, all kinds of different things. I could sentence you to jail for 90 days. There's a lot of different ground to cover here.
Okay.
Typically, what you need to do is to know what you're looking at, and probably a good idea to have a lawyer take a look at the police reports and determine whether or not a technical offense of any kind has been committed. I will appoint Mr. Haverko to enter a plea on your behalf at this time. You can represent yourself. I want to remind you that your right to have a lawyer never goes away. You can talk to the prosecutor. He will be here in person at your next appearance. And if you feel like you're a little out of your depth or you
Like I
need,
say, I have no reason to fight this, but yes, I'll talk to an attorney though.
I'll want you to do that. I
Okay.
want you to do that. Mr. Haverko, plea and
Thank you, Your Honor. Stipulate to probable cause. Ask Your Honor to enter a not guilty plea.
a plea of not guilty is entered on your behalf, Mr. Henderson. All that is, that's not any great statement about what did or didn't happen. That's just a technical, legal way of preserving your rights until, more information is known about the situation. That's all.
Right on, thank you.
So we're going to set your hearing for August 19th at 9 o'clock. And if you want, you can step to the window outside after I've electronically signed the today's order and get a copy of that to remind you when to be in court next. Any question at all?
No.
And of course, the conditions of release are law-abiding behavior, stay out of trouble, and stay in contact with us. If you change your telephone number or address, let us know, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Order's now signed. You'll be able to get a copy of that at the window
Okay,
out of the courtroom and to your left. You take care of yourself, and we'll see you in August.
thank you.
Have a good one.
Your name, sir? Jeffrey? Baker.
What's
Last name
last name is?
Baker? Baker with a B? Yeah.
Jeffrey Lee Baker Jr. Mr. Baker, good afternoon. Mr. Baker, the citation I'm looking at alleges that on or about June 18th, 2021, you committed the offense of a hit and run attended vehicle. That charge is what they call a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty upon conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. And of course, the first question is are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer? Working at this time?
No.
I'll appoint Mr. Haverko to enter a plea on your behalf. He will do that. And he will determine later whether you're qualified for a public defender throughout the course of the matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. Would stipulate to probable cause and ask Your Honor to enter a not guilty plea.
Mr. Baker, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. We will calendar the insurance ticket you got along with the criminal citation. Enter a plea of not committed on that. We'll address that at that time too. Your pretrial will be August 19th at 10 o'clock. Now, it'll take me a minute to sign the order, but once that's done, you can go to the window out of the courtroom and to your left, and in due course, you'll be able to get a copy of today's hearing. Any question at all?
No, sir.
Conditions of release are law-abiding behavior, and of course, don't drive at all unless you are licensed and insured. This takes a moment. I want to thank you for your patience as well. I've now signed the order. That concludes today's hearing. Mr. Baker, we'll see you back here in August. Any questions at all? Good luck to you. You'll get contact information with Mr. Haverko, and again, stay in touch. That brings us up
To our virtual. So we've got docket number 1, Austin Backus.
Going to call the matter of Yelm versus Austin Christopher Backus. Mr. Backus, you may have to unmute yourself. Let us know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Good afternoon. I'm looking at the citation, which alleges that on or about June 28, 2021, and within the city of Yelm, you committed the offenses of criminal trespass, second degree, and carrying a concealed pistol without the necessary permit. Those are misdemeanors. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 90 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. The first question, of course, is are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yeah.
I will appoint, are you employed at this time?
What was that?
Are you working? Are you drawing a paycheck at this time?
No, not at the moment.
I will appoint Mr. Haverco to represent you. At this time, he's going to enter a plea on your behalf.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would stipulate to probable cause and ask the court to enter not guilty, please.
Mr. Backus, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. We're going to set the matter for a pretrial. The conditions of release are law-abiding behavior. Don't have a concealed weapon on your person unless and until you get a license to do that. Any questions at all?
No.
The pretrial will be on August 19th at 11 o'clock in the morning. And we'll expect you to be online or in person on that date. I'm signing the order electronically this date. You'll be sent a copy of that, and you'll also be sent contact information with your attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm good.
Backus, thank you for your patience. You take care, and we'll talk to you in August.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Next we have docket number 8, James Bittner.
Next call the matter of Yelm versus James Anthony Bittner. Mr. Bittner, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir, I am.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
Not bad at all. The citation I'm looking at alleges that on or about October 2nd of 2017, you committed the offense of theft in the third degree. Theft in the third degree is what they call a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. And of course, the next question I'm going to ask you is, are you asking for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Are you working at this time?
No, sir, I'm not.
I will appoint Mr. Haverco, who's here in the courtroom in person, to represent you, and he will enter a plea on your behalf at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Stipulate to probable cause, ask the court to enter not guilty plea.
Mr. Bittner, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. Do you have any questions?
I'm just curious. So this gets rid of the warrant that I had out for my arrest showing up here today, right?
He has an active warrant. I think he's wondering if it's cleared after today.
If the warrant is out of this court, I didn't quite catch that, but I got some help here. If the warrant is out of this court, yes, I'm looking at it now. If that's still active, that will be quashed. However, it'll reissue if you don't appear for your pretrial, which will be August 19th at 11 o'clock. Good enough?
Okay, is that going to be on Zoom or will that be in person?
That will be on Zoom.
Okay.
And you'll be sent the notification information that will be in that's contained in today's order, which also sets your pretrial for August 19th at 11 a.m. It has a
Okay.
number and meeting ID password.
Okay. Is there any way I can come in person?
That I'm going to give you that choice. Yes, if you want to come in person, if you'd rather do it that way, you're welcome.
I would like that. Yes, sir.
Actually, truth be told, I would too. That concludes the hearing. Mr. Bittner will either see you or talk to you or both come August 19th. You take
All right. Thank you.
It's been a while, but we're making progress on resolving a 2017 case. You take care and thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
Oops. There we are. Sign. Attach signature. Save signature. I'm getting that every time.
Next we have docket number 11 and 12, Kyle Clark.
Next call the matter of Yelm versus Kyle Clark. Mr.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Is your name Kyle Austin Clark?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Clark, good afternoon. You're here for arraignment on 2 charges. One is obstructing a public servant. That's a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. You're also cited for driving a license suspended or revoked 3rd degree. That charge is a simple misdemeanor. The maximum penalty upon conviction for that would be 90 days in jail and or a $1,000 fine. The first question I'm going to ask you is, are you asking for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Working at this time?
No.
I will appoint Mr. Haverco to represent you. He will enter a plea on your behalf at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would stipulate to probable cause and ask the court to enter not guilty pleas on both cases.
Mr. Clark, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf with regard to both cases. Conditions of release are going to be don't drive unless you're licensed and insured and have law-abiding behavior. Also maintain contact with your attorney and appear for court as directed, of course.
I have one question, sir.
Pardon?
I have one question.
Go ahead.
It's about the trial jury. It's about the obstruction charge. I think that, like, I'm not going to get into details of the case, but I think that I was given a unfair shake because I did comply with everything the officer said. I was just confused about what the officer told me because he kept cutting me off.
Okay, now that is a matter we can't go into. We shouldn't even be discussing it at this time. That's a matter you need to discuss with your public defender. That's
Okay.
Something you should share with him, and he'll be able to go over the police reports and discuss the matter with you.
Okay.
Pre-trial will be August 19th at 10 o'clock. That'll have the Zoom contact information. That will be mailed to you very shortly. Any questions?
No other questions.
Okay, Mr. Clark, good luck to you. You take care. We will address this matter on August 19th.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Back to the dashboard.
Next, we have Isaac Franklin, docket number 17.
All a matter of Yelm versus Isaac David Franklin.
And Your Honor, city has a motion in Mr. Franklin's case.
Okay, go ahead.
City moves to amend the charge from DDLS 3rd to Noval 2nd degree, recommend a $150 fine.
Mr. Franklin, did you understand what just happened?
Not really, no.
What happened is this: you were charged originally with a criminal offense, which would bear up to 90 days in jail if you were convicted. The city has amended the charge to a civil infraction, something like along the lines of a speeding ticket or failure to yield ticket. You don't plead guilty or not guilty to an infraction. You admit it or deny it. There's no possibility of any jail time. If you admit the infraction, I'll assess a $150 fine. That'll close the case. If you deny that you committed the infraction, you're entitled to a contested hearing. Any questions about what I just said?
No.
What would you like to do?
The one where it's a $150 fine.
If you admit the infraction, it's a $150 fine.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Question is this, do you know what you need to do to reinstate your license?
I'm at the DOL right now, so once I'm done with court, I'm gonna go in there and figure it out.
Perfect. Yeah, I would make that a project in life. In any event, we'll send you a time pay requirement, $150 or $25 a month. If making a fine payment becomes an issue, what I want you to do is let us know and we can deal with that, okay?
All right, thank you.
And good luck in getting reinstated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Franklin. Have a good day.
You too.
we have docket number 18, Marilyn Galiki.
Call the matter of Yelm versus Marilyn Salome Galiki. Ma'am, if you're there, please let me know you can hear me, and you may have to unmute yourself. It looks like you've appeared on the video screen, but I'm not hearing anything. You may have to, it looks like you may need to unmute yourself.
See if I can chat.
Hello?
Oh, good afternoon there. Is this Marilyn Galiki?
Yes, sir, this is.
Good afternoon. We couldn't hear you there for a bit, but now we can. Is your full name Marilyn Salome Galiki?
Yes, it's Marilyn Salome Galiki.
Thank you. The citation that I'm looking at alleges that on or about July 13, 2021, and within the city of Yelm, you committed the offense of assault in the 4th degree domestic violence. That charge is what they call a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. Now, the first question I'm going to ask is, are you asking for a court-appointed attorney?
Before we proceed, I do have my fiance here. He's actually my advocate before, because I would like to be appointed an attorney if possible.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. He will enter a plea on your behalf at this time. Mr. Haverco?
Thank you, sir.
Stipulate to probable cause, ask the court to enter not guilty plea.
Ms. Galiki, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. We're going to set the matter for
Thank
a
you.
trial. Now, the conditions of release I set when we spoke back on July 14th are still in effect, and that would be law-abiding behavior, no firearms, and no hostile contact with Jeremy Bauer. Any problem with those?
No, sir.
Okay, that is good. Your pretrial I'll have that in a moment.
Thank you.
That will be August 19th at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll be sending you a copy of today's order, and keep in mind what the conditions are. It's very important that they be observed while the matter's pending. Okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Your pretrial will be August 19th at 11 o'clock. We'll send you a copy of today's order. Okay?
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
We have dockets number 25 and 26, Mary Kip.
Next, call the matter of Yelm versus Mary R. Kip. Ms. Kip,
Hello? Can you hear me?
I certainly can. Is this Mary, middle
Okay.
initial R. Kip?
Yes.
Ms. Kip, I'm looking at two citations. Both are issued July 1st. One is that you committed the offense of driving a license suspended or revoked 3rd degree. That's a simple misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 90 days in jail and or a $1,000 fine. You were also cited for driving a license or criminal trespass 1st degree. That's a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days incarceration and or a $5,000 fine. Are you asking for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
I'll appoint Mr. Haverco, who's here in the courtroom, to enter a plea on your behalf at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would stipulate to probable cause and ask the court to enter not guilty pleas on both cases.
Ms. Kipp, both charges have a plea entered on your behalf, and that would be not guilty. We're going to set the matter for a pretrial conference. The conditions of release pending trial are law-abiding behavior, and don't drive unless you're licensed and insured. And of course, don't trespass on any premises from which you've been excluded. Any question at all?
Nope, thank you.
Ms. Kipp, thank you. We will talk to you at your next court of hearing, which will be September 2nd at 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Next, we have docket number 27, Jason Kurtz.
Well, the matter of Yelm versus Jason Kurtz. Mr. Kurtz, great.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Is this Jason Kurtz?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Mr. Kurtz, thank you. Is your full name Jason Andrew Kurtz?
Yes, it is.
Citation alleges in honor about July 1, 2021. You committed the offense of criminal trespass, first degree. That charge is what they call a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction for that charge would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. First, the first question is, are you asking for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Are you working at this time?
No, I'm not.
I'll appoint Mr. Haverco, who's here in the courtroom, to represent you, and he will enter a plea on your behalf at this time. Mr. Haverco?
Thank you, Your Honor. On Mr. Kurtz's behalf, stipulates probable cause. I ask the court to enter not guilty plea.
Mr. Kurtz, any question about what just happened?
No.
Plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. We've setting the matter for a pretrial September 2nd at the hour of 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll be sending you a copy of today's order as well as the contact information you're going to need with your attorney, Mr. Haverco. Any question at all?
Will that be on Zoom?
Mr. Kurtz, it will definitely be on Zoom. You bet.
Okay. No, I don't have no questions.
You have a good day, all right?
You too.
Next, we have docket number 30, Chloe Mill.
Please call the matter of Yelm versus Chloe Mills. Ms. Mills, are you able to hear me? If so, let us know.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good afternoon. Is your full name, for the record, Chloe Linnea Mills?
Yes.
Ms. Mills, the citation I have alleges that on or about March 4th, 2020, you committed the offense of theft in the third degree. That charge is what they call a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. Are you asking for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, I am, sir.
Are you working at this time?
No, I am not.
I'll appoint Mr. Haverco to represent you in this matter. He's going to enter a plea on your behalf at this time. Mr. Haverco?
Thank you, Your Honor. On Ms. Hill's behalf, stipulates probable cause. Ask the court to enter not guilty plea.
Ms. Mills, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. We're going to set the matter for a pretrial. And that will be in September 2nd at 11 o'clock in the morning. We will be sending you a copy of today's today's order, your next hearing will be on Zoom, and it'll have the contact information and meeting ID number on it.
Okay. Thank you.
Ms. Mills, thank you. We'll talk to you in September.
Sounds good.
Saves.
Next, we have docket number 37, Ashlyn Smitha.
I will call the matter of Yelm versus Ashlyn Nicole Smitha. Ms. Smitha,
Yes, sir.
good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So far, so good. For the record, is your full name Ashlyn Nicole Smitha?
Yes, sir.
The citation I'm looking at alleges an honor about the 28th day of August, or excuse me, the 5th day of July, 2021. You committed the offense of assault in the 4th degree domestic violence. That charge is a gross misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on conviction would be 364 days in jail and or a $5,000 fine. Now, as I indicated earlier, you're entitled to a lawyer at public expense. If you're indigent, are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you working at this time?
No, sir.
I'll appoint Mr. Haverco to represent you. He's going to enter a plea on your behalf at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Stipulate to probable cause, ask court to enter a not guilty plea.
Ms. Smith, a plea of not guilty has been entered on your behalf. We'll set the matter for pretrial. Conditions of release, of course, are just the same ones I entered when we spoke on the telephone. We'll see you here on August 19th at 10 o'clock. You'll be mailed a copy of today's order. It'll have the Zoom information on it, and you're also going to get contact information for Mr. Haverco. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Ms. Smith, you take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you next month.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, ma'am.
We have one more. It's a phone number ending in 3169.
We have a telephone number ending in 3169. Don't know who that is. Would you identify yourself? You may have to unmute yourself.
Austin Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, good afternoon. How are you?
Good. The Zoom wouldn't work on the computer, so I had to go on the phone.
Is your full name Austin Roy Levi Sanchez?
Yeah.
Mr. Sanchez, citation alleges an honor about March 12, 2021. You committed the offense of being a minor and or possession of intoxicants by way of attempt. Are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yeah.
I will appoint Mr. Haverco to enter a plea on your behalf and represent you in this matter. Mr. Haverco?
Thank you, Your Honor. Stipulate to probable cause, ask the court to enter a not guilty plea.
Mr. Sanchez, any question about what you just heard? A plea of not guilty was entered on your behalf. Any questions?
No, sir. No, sir.
Now we're going to, the pretrial, we will set for September 2nd, 2021, and we will send you a copy of today's order that has that date on it. We're also going to send you contact information with Mr. Haverco. I want you to maintain contact with him and have law-abiding behavior in the meanwhile, okay?
Yes, sir.
Any questions at all, Mr. Sanchez?
No, thank you.
Hey, good luck. We'll talk to you in September.
All right, yep.
And that's it.
And that is all.
Yep, just bring.
Huh. Well, we had
Well,
good
good
afternoon.
job, everybody.
Pardon?
Another successful day.
Another day living the dream. That we're now on record. Going to call the 2:30 mitigation calendar. I don't know who is here for court.
My mother, Maxine Gorley.
Ms. Gorley, how are you? Well, that's always a good thing. Don't stop kicking. You were cited back on, it looks like June 26th for no valid operator's license, but with a valid identification. That's a $553 ticket. For some reason, did you not have did you don't have a license, or what's the situation? You gave it up?
Yeah, I am 77. She has on-site dementia, and I think she forgot. And I had just had surgery for my Achilles tendon, and I was at her house sleeping. And she thought she could go to Walmart to pick up my prescriptions, Your Honor, and get some stuff for us to have for supper.
Oh, boy.
So, and then I received a phone call, and my mother had gotten into an accident.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. I didn't see.
Oh, that happens. Was there insurance to cover the? Oh, good. Why don't? No, it's a $553 ticket. What I could do is, yeah, that's way too much for that type of thing. What I could do, and I'm inclined to do, is reduce it to $150 and pay it at $25 a month. Is that going to work?
She'll pay it off right now.
Well, that's going to be her choice. If you want to help her with that,
Yeah.
Ms. Gurley, we'll do that. $150 it is.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, hey, I hope nobody was hurt in the.
No. He scared my mother, the officer, quite a bit about arresting her, and gave her quite a scare. So
Oh, now.
he did. When I finally got a ride to get to her, she was sitting on the ground, and she just looked like she was scared to death.
Oh,
So,
hey.
yeah. But I will hide my keys. But I'm not planning on having.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
idea.
will not drive, I promise.
Hey, that's, I'm sure your daughter is pretty insistent about that.
Yes.
Ms. Gurley, if you want, everything's on electronics these days. I've signed an order reducing it to $150 at $25 a month. If you want to go to the window out there, they'll be able to help you there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ms. Gurley, good luck to you. You take care of yourself and be patient with your daughter. I know that me and my mother had the same thing. It's just parent and child. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. Well, she took care of me, so it's my turn. You know.
Well, that's what they say. The parent becomes the child, and the
Oh,
child
yes.
becomes the parent.
She was grounded. I grounded her.
Grounded her.
I did.
Ms. Gurley, thank you for having come in and your patience, and you have a good day. I will.
Looks like we have one on Zoom, docket number 1, Joshua Frieseneck.
Okay, let's. Frieseneck.
Yeah.
Oh, you said it right. You said it's Fresnay.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing all right, sir.
You were cited, you want the matter mitigated, which means reduce the amount of the penalty. It's a $553 ticket.
Yeah.
What happened here?
Okay, so it was a Saturday afternoon, and you know how the main drag on Yelm Avenue gets pretty cluttered up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was heading to the gas station, so there was a break, and I just hit the accelerator, and I'm in my son's car, and I never really drive this thing, and the thing is really loud. It's a SRT Dodge Charger. Well, when I did, when I started to go, I made the wheels chirp a bit, and proceeded to go onto what is it? 103rd to take a right into the Shell station. And that's when I noticed I had the blue lights on me.
Well, that's 553 again. It's maybe a little bit too much for that. How about I reduce it to 150?
Oh, that sounds good, sir.
150 at 25 a month. Is that going to work?
Oh, yeah. That'll help me out a lot.
Yeah, and take it easy. I've told many people many times, driving a car is maybe the most dangerous thing you're ever going to do in your life.
Yes, sir.
Well, at least doesn't sound like anybody got hurt here, and that's the only important thing, really.
No. Yeah, it's the most important thing.
And I'm signing the order as to the result of the hearing. You'll be given sent a copy of the order. Any questions at all? It's $25 a month, but any questions at all? Let us know.
No questions at all, sir.
Okay, Mr. President, you have a great day and enjoy the rest of it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And that's it. Ms.
No.
Ford is not. No sign of her.
Oh boy, you always hate to FTA, no insurance, the 550.
This is
Yikes.
our second time resetting.
What now?
This is our second time resetting her.
Oh boy. Well, we're still on record. Erica Sorg has not appeared. It's now 2:42, it looks like. If she doesn't appear, sign in before 3 o'clock, FTA, and remit to the Department of Licensing as that. And with that, we'll go off record and pending the no-shows. Now on record for the 1 o'clock no-shows. It is now 5 minutes after 3. The first no-shows I had was Dustin Bissett, docket numbers 5 and 6. Find probable cause for crim trespass twice on him and theft third, 2,500. Can that cover both charges?
I can split it between them, yeah. For both of them.
Perfect. The next one would be Angela Bendick. That would be docket number 7. I find probable cause for theft in the third degree, 2,500, cash or bond. The next one I have after that is Sterling Michelle. I find probable cause for malmiss 3, physical damage. That was kind of an odd case. 2,500 cash or bond. And it looks like on the previous one, Mr. Bittner, he did show up even though he was in warrant status. Then they quashed that warrant, of course. Next would be after Sterling Michelle, Billy Joe Cecil. That would be docket number 10. Find probable cause for disorderly conduct and malmiss 3. That was the frustrated panhandler that threw this sign at the car and scared the heck out. 2,500 cash or bond. Probable cause for both disorderly and malmiss. Next would be Abigail Cronin. Docket number 14. Find probable cause for malmiss in the third degree on her. 2,500 cash or bond. Next would be Aaron Crossman. Find probable cause 4, theft third on him. 2,500 cash or bond. Next would be Robert Forgey, Forgey. Docket number 16, I find probable cause of the issuance to him of theft third, 2,500, cash or bond. After Mr. Forgy would be Alex Jarman. I find probable cause for a theft third, citation to him, 2,500, cash or bond. And then Travis Keena, Mr. Keena shows up now and then. But I do find probable cause for crime trespass in the first degree, 2 counts. He was going to be here in person, but 2,500 cash or bond. We haven't had that name for a while. And then next would be Danny Pokemir, and that would be, I think, the only no-show DLS third, amend to no vault 2. This is docket numbers 31 and 32. Amend the DLS to no vault 2 and FTA, and on the next page, FTA the no insurance ticket. After that, the next one and last one is Michael Santos. 25,000 cash or bond.
Do you want that split between them? Or
Pardon?
do you want that for each or split between them?
That makes it 15,000 each for a total of 45. And that is one of the most horrible records I've ever seen.